Let's see. Randall is asking, can you detect a gap in price for Renko bars? Yeah, can we detect if Renko bars have a gap in price? Let's see. Yeah, we can for sure. Mo Actually, I shouldn't say most. I think this is correct in saying that all Renko bars out there don't have gaps in them. As far as I know, the only Renko bar that I know of that generates gaps would be the backtest Renko. Our backtest Renko, and you have to have backtest mode turned on in order to see those gaps, right? And that's the only way you can do accurate backtesting, with Renko bars is to show where the market actually traded, right? So all the other Renko bars, even the backtest Renko, if you turn backtest mode off, then the backtest Renko will fill in those gaps so that they look pretty, right? So you need a Renko bar that's not going to fill gaps in, or I should say, all the other Renko bars don't fill gaps in. So we're going to use the backtest Renko with backtest turned on. And all right, so how do you know when there's a gap in your Renko bars? Well, easy. You compare the close of one bar, right, to the close of another bar, right? So if the distance between the two closing prices is larger than your Renko bar, trending size, then there's a gap. So we're going to use the comparison solver to do this. And I guess we'll just call it Renko gap, something like that. So what we're comparing are the closing prices. And so in this particular case, we're looking for a gap greater than 2 ticks. Well, actually, if you notice it, right, if you look at the outputs, it actually says, let me stretch this up. There we go. Right? It says A greater than B, but there's no equal sign, right? There's no equal sign. So what we need to do is actually just knock it down a notch, right? Let's do 1.9 ticks, like so. And I think we also need to do this. Let's see, is this working? Oh, yeah. All right. I forgot a very key point. Right? We're not seeing anything because we're comparing the closing price of the current bar to the closing price of the current bar, right? Obviously, we need to look back. We need to look back one bar. So input B, we need to set our look back period to 2. And there we go. All right. There we go. All right. So there's gaps in price. And also because on a Renko bar, obviously reversal bars are going to look like they have a large gap. So let's see if we wanted to, so if we want to strip out these reversal bars, let's see how to do that. Let's take an inflection solver. All right, so with a inflection solver set to price, right, with our input set to price, we can identify, right, all these reversal bars. So now we just need to invert this, and let's see here. We're going to invert that, and then with a long short modifier, and we're going to use the product mode again. Yeah, let's connect that in. There we go. Right. So now we've identified all non-reversal bars, right? So there's our little non-reversal bar logic, and we can now combine it with our, price gap comparison solver. Connect that in. Right. So here we go. So we can see all of our reversal bars are marked, as having a gap. And so now if we plug in basically our non-reversal bar logic, now, there we go. Now we're left with just the gaps. There we go. That one, that one, that one. There we go. To kind of summarize here, right, the key was our comparison solver. And right, we're just comparing the close of the current bar with the close of the previous bar. And we're looking for, basically, obviously, anything larger than one tick. And of course, it depends on how large of a gap you're looking for there as well.